Having braved the Nocturne wilderness, our heroes met up with the druid Kerek, who helped them defeat the cannibal dwellers of the Inn of the Last Haven. Despite this victory, the road ahead has become disturbingly unclear. No path seems to lead out of the forest, and when the party awakes, they find no sign of Kerek. The quest is at a standstill. How are they to transform this seed of doubt into a sign to guide their way forward? An almost frustratingly obvious challenge lies in wait for Wyzyrd Skyzyrd!
Godspeed and fare thee well. Take all you need, here's every spell I know. I know.
Chapter 6. The Caverns of Extreme Disarray.
Okay, so I guess you guys have time to rest in the spooky house. But
with all the corpses.
Yeah.
Long rest.
Did we not drag them into a room? Did we really not do that? We just left them there. Oh, we all slept downstairs. That's right.
Well, there's dead bodies all over. It's up to you. Like, if you wanted, if either way, however long it took you to get situated, you stayed enough time to regenerate. And we leveled up, right? We're at a level up point.
We didn't do it yet, though.
Yeah, so we need to actually, administratively, we need to do that now.
So what do you want to be super good at?
I think sleight of hand.
God damn
and
it. I knew that.
What?
I knew that.
Why is that a problem?
No.
Cutting words. This is a new spell.
Yeah, so now it's really kind of like a new ability that you have. If somebody makes a really good roll, then you can say something like snide or snotty to them and roll a dice, and it will actually remove that much off of their roll.
Oh, cool.
Add spells. And if you notice, you have 2 more spells that you can learn. Your known spells is 4, but you have 6 that you can learn. So you can go the whole way through this list. You have 2nd level spells now, 2 at the bottom. Those would be the most powerful ones. And you can learn 2 more.
Detect thought sounds kind of nice.
Be fun.
Okay, I'll do that one.
Yeah, but will that really be useful in this group? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm not using it against the other people in the group. This is a handy system.
And I already got Gladstone leveled up.
Gladstone didn't really contribute much this round. I'm not sure.
He came in. He prevented 2 deaths.
Yeah.
His share's not as big as ours.
Yeah, he is kind of like
yeah, he gets the spirit
healer.
award on this one.
So are we ready? Are we all leveled up now?
We're level.
All right. So amidst much negotiation and argument, you at some point did start dragging bodies downstairs so that you could use the beds upstairs.
I think we should throw them all in that trapdoor pit.
All right.
And then close it. And then the next people that come across this place, they'll find its empty bar, like, oh, cool, let's stand on the stage. And it'll drop, and they'll fall into a mountain of corpses.
Oh,
they
sounds
would probably
lovely.
just come in and go, this stinks of death. This bar stinks.
That's why they were like,
Many
I
a
won't
death.
bury them in this ground. I wouldn't burn them. It's like, what do you just want us to leave them here to stink up your forest? All right, man. Your woods.
Elva says to the guys in the group, she's like, did you guys get like a weird feeling when the Jejuna kept repeating over and over and over that nothing would grow in this ground? Did you think that's important in any way?
They were very insistent upon that.
Like they wouldn't answer any questions. They just kept repeating the same thing over and over.
Yeah. I was like, why do you suspect we would try planting things in this ground?
Mm-hmm.
They also didn't want fire, which I guess I understand, but I don't think fire would. I don't think it would spread, being that we're in this huge plain of clearing of dirt.
Well, they don't like fire for obvious reasons because they want to protect their forest. They were lamenting the fact that nothing would grow because of the presence of the woodcutters.
I wasn't here. When you got that, you have some sort of seed that does something that points your path or something.
And how do you know this?
You told me, like
you said it last week.
You're talking about
I'm all suspicious.
yesterday afternoon.
But you also mentioned it when I saved you from the walking house.
We were given magical seeds that will somehow grow a plant or something that's going to point in the direction we need to go. But I'm feeling that I don't want to waste one here. I wonder if it doesn't grow, if we can dig it back up and use it still. Or even if it does grow, can we dig it back?
How many seeds do we have?
I respect your pragmatism.
Let me look at my...
There was a number, I remember.
Yes, I have to go... Hold on. I'll navigate my 50 windows
like
again.
If it doesn't grow, can we take it back to Rebo?
Yeah, I mean, it's still like, unless it disappears or something. I don't know.
Well, I just wondered if it loses its magic once it's buried or something. It's magic. I don't know how that stuff works. So I got 4 of them.
We have 4 of them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get out of the clearing where we know nothing will grow and stick one in the ground and just get an idea, because we have no idea which direction to head.
Yeah. We definitely don't want to plant it under the bar, I'll tell you that.
Or the path led to this. So yeah, we have to go off to the side.
That's fine. I'm a little disappointed Jejuna had no idea what these caverns were. Don't get out much, do you, Jejuna?
Well, we stay out the whole time, actually. We're
There's
always
no inside or outside. There's only life.
Are the Jejuna still here?
No, they left.
No, they're gone, right?
No, they left, and you guys got situated, and
we slept.
You can't. You've noticed since you got here that every rest does not feel like sleep. It's a dreamless, sleepless sort of thing. Like, you do feel rejuvenated. You do feel like you're back to your max. But anytime you try to rest here, you never fully feel like you sleep.
Are there trails leading away from this place?
No, all the trails led to the inn and then remained there. Like, the inn was the end of all the trails.
Should we plant it on the trail and hope it points back? Or will it just point at the end and then we're going to have to go to the other side and plant it again?
Well, if it points at the end, then we'll go back, we'll go past the end, and we'll keep going. Doesn't matter where we plant it as long as it'll grow in a patch of dirt outside of this clearing.
Okay. I'd rather stay on the trail than go through the woods proper, if we can. I'm hoping that the trail would just logically lead to these caverns at some point.
Didn't Jejuna specifically say that there was no trail leading to the caverns?
There's no trail that leads beyond the inn. The inn of the last haven was so named because it was basically the last place.
The end of the trail.
Yeah. The only trails from the inn are coming back from where you came from.
Let's go to the north side of the and plant our seed.
Okay.
Who here is good with planting things? I don't think I have a shovel.
Does anybody here have...
Grog punches a hole in the ground.
I feel like, once again, we just doesn't want to do the basic work.
I didn't know somebody...
proficiency with cupping handfuls of dirt out of the ground.
Somebody's good with nature. If I planted a seed in real life, I'd have no idea how deep to plant it or what to do with it. I mean, that's real. I guess it's magic.
I will gladly plant the seed.
Okay. I dug a big hole. I'm digging a big hole.
Yeah, it's
big
an 8-foot deep hole. In the
Grog just like one handful out, and it's like an open grave.
So somebody can... I hand the seed to Elva.
I drop the seed into the hole, and with my foot, I kick the dirt in.
Gladstone goes and helps you. He's like, I really like this team effort.
He just stomps it. He just, once it's already covered up, he's like, good job.
I'm even going to go, I'll do my part, and I'll pour a little water from my water skin onto it.
Oh, okay. Good job.
So after a moment, barely even a moment after you've put it in the ground and covered it up, you see sort of a sprout coming up out of it where you planted the seed. And from the sprout, it comes into more of a stalk and grows into what looks like literally a signpost. And at the top, an actual arrow forms, and it points back towards the end.
I knew it.
So it's pointing due south.
Yeah, if you're due north,
north of
it's
it.
pointing due south.
I have an idea.
We'd better not plant one on the other side and it points at the inn again.
I have an idea.
The caverns are under the inn somehow.
Yeah,
we gotta like
never
dig our way down, like
where
Minecraft style.
where they fell down. We never explored down below the stage. We
Did
never
we not?
searched that room. You just crawled out of it
Isn't it
immediately.
full of bodies now?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's fully
But they'll-
disgusting now.
But they'll catch our fall as we hop down.
Oh,
no.
we need to use them to crawl down.
Yeah, they're like a big
body
mound that we can
ladders.
slide down.
Plant one of those seats there, we'll end up with a people tree.
All right. Let's go check that out. And
Blackstone was the one down there for the longest, but he's not reliable.
and since it was Scrog who so cleverly thought of it, he should be the one who goes down.
All right.
I'm not going down by myself.
So we go inside. It smells horrible already.
Yeah, really. It's an easier climb since there's
How
just
warm
a
is it?
pile of
Is it
fire.
humid?
We open up that stage door and it just
Well, I would
punches
say
us in the face. With
It's probably more like a
punch.
storage cellar because it's deep down in there. So I'd say it's relatively cool under there. And
It's only
yeah,
been like 6 hours, 7 hours. So
Do you need a candle?
yeah, and some rope.
I cast a light cantrip, which I now know, onto the Scrog, do you have a helmet? No. Onto the
don't think
very
so.
top of his head, a little ball of light, like right on the top of his head.
Nice.
Just like a miner's kind of light.
I freak out for a second, swatting at it.
And it will light up fairly dim light, but about 30 feet around you.
Nice.
So are we down there now? Are we going down?
I jump down there. I hold out my arms and catch both of you. I catch we. It's you can come here, little man.
Let me ask a question. Why can't you just explore a little and then let us
Oh
know
my
if we
God.
all need to come down there? I mean, why are we all jumping in the body of the
My question is, why are we? I've already been down here. What are we exploring?
Well,
What is
he
it
was
told
thinking there might be a hidden something down there that we didn't see that would lead down to some caverns.
Oh, okay.
And I think that's reasonable.
Yep.
If all paths lead to here, right?
Yeah, if it's all pointing toward the cabin, and it's a cavern,
And
it
nothing
ain't-
grows here, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's because it's over these caverns of disarray.
All right. Well, we have the light now. We look around the cavern.
Okay. So, like I said,
I hopped
like,
down with Scrog. I don't want him to go by himself.
The two of us are down here.
oh, they're already down. We're a team. We do things together.
Gladstone's back at the bar again. He's like, come on.
Gladstone's down. He's
Yeah,
happy to
he's
be
in.
included.
So we is just
Oh,
up by
okay.
himself.
Uh-oh.
I'm just shouting down the hole. What do you see down there? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, really. Just a swimming pool full of dead bodies.
Just holler if you need anything.
But it's not a giant space, but it was originally as intended. It was large enough to have two people fight each other because that's basically how part of their initiation was someone was supposed to fight Kudu.
Is it a dirt floor?
Kudu? Oh, the kid?
Kudu is the, yeah.
So their idea was to drop us in there and we kill Kudu and then we're part of their team?
Well, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, the gladiatorial fight with
I didn't get that.
the monster. Well, 'cause you guys didn't get that far. Like, you guys moved into action when that shit went down. You just killed everybody in the bar.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I didn't get that.
We don't
Sorry,
play
guys.
that shit.
I didn't know this was a game.
That was sort of like Greenwich. He was like, we were going to initiate you. It's like, you were. Take him away. I thought we were going to be friends.
Hell to
Take
no.
him to those psycho harpies in the woods.
Give him to the wood witches.
Yeah, those guys up there like flattened in 2 seconds too. So we really immediately just took them out. Like, I'm sorry. Killed
Yeah,
five people.
they weren't even prepared for a
It's
fight.
like,
Like, what are they doing? Usually,
like
when
a-
we drop people through a trapdoor, they have some degree of manners about it. But yeah, so it's a small-ish area, but there is room to look around. The floor is dirt. It's mostly covered in human remains right now.
Perfect fertilizer.
But yeah, there's no flooring other than that.
So we don't see any other doors or holes or tunnels.
No, nothing stands out.
Use your investigation.
Do we have a good investigation? What does that mean?
It's a skill. One of your
It's
skills.
a skill you have. You just
Oh,
got
he's
it.
still up there.
I know. Like, why don't you
So
investigate?
no one else has investigation.
As a matter
I thought that
of
was
fact, I believe that Brooks actually took expertise in it.
Oh,
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
fine. I hold my nose and I gingerly try to get down without touching anything.
Not to meta, but mine is -1.
Mine's
Like,
plus
oh my
one.
god. No wonder you guys' lack of investigation is what's protecting you from this smell. All right, I'm rolling.
Oh,
it.
we
What are your
detected that.
L5C, Bruce?
I got 17 plus 4, 21.
Nice.
Wow.
Secret tunnel.
You don't really find anything.
Okay.
All I detect is that none of these guys wore deodorant also.
Yeah.
They're dead. I think we should.
Leave this pit.
No, we should try another seed. If everything's pointing to here.
On the
We
south
only
side
have...
of the inn?
No, on the floor in this in here. If everything's pointing to this
Oh.
spot, let's plant a seed here.
We only have...
What's
We've
it
already
gonna do?
used up 25% of our seeds.
Well,
I mean, I guess if it doesn't grow, we could try digging it up again. But what's it going to do?
then we have two more magic things that point you where you need to go. I think that's enough.
We don't know how far it is, though. This could be like leagues away, and
It's gonna be lots of twists and turns, or is it?
yeah, it could
That's-
be.
I
It has
support
been so
whatever
far.
decision you guys make, just as long as we do
Yeah,
it as a team.
Gladstone.
Gladstone.
You're such a nice guy.
Thanks for adding that in.
So if the two choices are doing it here, going outside, and going to the south side and doing it, we think we go to the south side, it's going to point back to here. If we put it here, we don't know what's going to happen. What if the cave's like under here or something? What if it points down? What if we have to dig?
The path could be on the south side, though, like where we're supposed to be going.
Well, okay, I guess we can't metagame here, but from our tone of our gods, they seem to not care what side we're on.
I investigated this place.
That seemed to be
pretty thoroughly.
arbitrary here. When they stated it doesn't matter what side, then that was a little bit of a giveaway
Go in
that
any
everything's
direction.
going to point here. But we can pretend we didn't hear that, and we can go.
We can. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just investigated this place pretty thoroughly and didn't see anything, and the smell is really starting to clear my sinuses.
Making everybody kind of irritable.
All right, one more seed. Here, Elva. If it doesn't work, we're going to dig it back up.
Is it earth and ground?
Yeah,
Or is it
it's just
stone?
a-
Okay, it is earth
No,
and
it's
ground.
an earthen floor. They asked that.
Yeah,
It's an earthen
that's why
floor.
I asked that. Yeah,
Scrug, can you just take a
I do
a
one
whack
hand.
at the ground?
He goes and rips one of the femurs off the bodies and uses it as a shovel.
Yeah. Because the ground is a little saturated with the curdling blood of your enemies.
blood of our enemies.
Oh my
I
God.
stick the seed in the ground. I kick some dirt into it. I tap it a
Gladstone
little bit.
Also helps you pat it down.
I pour some water on it.
Group effort.
And nothing.
Yeah, and that's that. No,
Okay.
after a moment, like last time, you do start to see something coming up, but unlike before, there's not like a straight sprout coming up and forming anything. Instead, it looks almost like the root work coming from the seed is spreading outward, and almost like cobwebbing. It's spreading across the earthen floor to the point where the spaces between the roots as they get larger are actually starting to cave in, and to the point where the bodies that are covering the floor are actually starting to sink into it as well. You can even see roots and vines going up the walls through the wood planks that make the walls, and they're growing through them, and they're starting to crack and break apart, and the whole place starts to feel like it's sinking.
Do we need to climb out of
We
here?
probably should.
Let's go. Can we
Remember-
get up through the hole still?
You've got tons of rope.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't just throw rope. Can we get up through the hole?
I assumed you had rope. Did you just
We
all
have
jump
rope.
down?
I'm saying we don't have I didn't tie a rope up there.
I thought you guys had, but yeah,
It's
you
not
could.
super far too. I could probably jump up and grab it, and I'll hang down and grab it again.
All right.
But yeah, even as you get up into the end, you start to see the sinkhole that's forming in the hole beneath you is starting to swallow up the inn as well from the inside, and the floor is buckling underneath.
To the woods!
Into the woods!
I'm running to the woods, and I'm yelling at them to go to the woods.
We's already gone. What do you think we should do, We?
All right, we're turning around to count for everybody, and he's already gone. And it's like,
As you
while we're helping Gladstone out of the final, he's gone.
Yeah, really. Well, Gladstone's trying to grab a couple of bottles that are still loose on the bar.
And he's like, my barrel!
It's a dust cloud where
Yeah.
he's just standing.
So as you get out, yeah, as you can see, like the inn does start like falling into the sinkhole that's forming underneath it, and even beyond that, the vines that are growing up through the wood and even sort of reinvigorating and revivifying the dead wood that was made to create the inn. It starts to grow almost into a tree itself, but the vines are also continuing to spread out through the barren patch that surrounded the inn until the entire thing just starts caving in. So you see like I said, this sort of cobweb patchwork of vines and roots, but in between all of the earth just caved in.
Wow.
That was unexpected. Yeah.
That was some seed.
I mean, we
Yeah.
either did something really good or really shitty. I don't
I
know.
mean, well, we know it didn't point some other way, so we must have been something.
Well,
So now there's just a
It is
giant tree there? Is that what we're hearing?
and from one of the branches of the newly formed tree that grew out of the inn also sprouts what looks like a tiny arrow and points down into the sinkhole.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Does
Okay,
anyone
so
have spelunking ability?
We've got like 800 miles of rope.
Yeah, but you still got to have some spelunking ability. In
And
real life, if you
candles.
gave me some rope and pointed to a chasm, it would not go well. I'm just saying.
I'm questioning why you wanted all this rope then. I'm starting to question.
I was
your
hoping someone
decision.
else knew
And
how to
candles.
use it.
Like, I think Weeds thinks he's the idea man only.
I think
Fine.
between our acrobatics and our athletics, we should be able to climb down the tree, down the roots, and into the, I guess, what would be a cavern system.
It
Under
is
this
true
tree.
that the root work is sort of spread out to the point where, I mean, it's good that you have rope also, but you should be able to kind of climb down.
Can we see the
Use
bottom
root
if
system.
we look down there? Or is it just blackness?
It's pretty black because it goes pretty deep down. Because you think of where you were when you
Yeah.
dropped the seed, it's lower than that.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a length of my rope that I have. I have a 50-foot rope, tie it around my waist, and I'm going to throw the end of it to Gladstone, who I'm
Thank
going to
you.
gesture to. You do the same, and he's going to tie that around his waist. And then Gladstone's going to take the 50-foot rope out of his pack, tie it around his waist, and then toss that to somebody else if they want
So we-
to tie on to the group.
And remember, you found a ton of rope in the inn as well.
In that case, I think Scrog should go last.
Yeah,
So
because
that if we
I'm
fall,
anchored
you'll
you
be
guys.
the-
I'm holding you
Okay.
guys.
I don't want the heaviest one in the front. So
Or I could fall on top of you, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
are you
Alright,
climbing down or am I just lowering you guys into this hole?
Well, I
no,
think we're all
they sh-
climbing.
They
and
should be
holding
able
on
to climb.
ourselves.
Like I
Yeah.
said, the way that the root work is positioned, you have things that you can kind of hold on to as well. The rope is good, but it's not the only thing that's keeping.
These are natural ladders.
I can go first if you guys
It's like we're
want.
meant to go down
Okay.
here.
I've got a +4 acrobatics.
It's like they're made for this.
wait, that's awesome.
What's Gladstone's?
Gladstone's is acrobatics is also +4. So if the two of you want to head up the line and kind
Yeah.
of like figure out a path, the most the best path to go down, I'll follow, and then Scrog will be behind me.
Right behind you, Weed.
That sounds good. All right,
All right,
let's do
We
this
got a
thing. I'm gonna
Marching
get my
order.
lantern out,
All right.
and with my other hand, I'm gonna hold what I need to hold to balance myself, and hope we
So-
don't run into any nasties. I'm assuming that. I mean, does this look like this has been here? Or are the roots like created a whole
It just
new?
grew in front of us. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No, but did it grow and then we're opening into something that looks like it's been there? Because if it's just new, then I don't have to worry about bad guys probably.
At the top, you can't tell. At the top, it's all the new formation because the top of it is the sinkhole that was just formed by the roots that grew from the seed you planted.
All right, down we go.
Down,
Do I need to roll anything?
Down we go. No, like as you get lower down, like the roots go pretty deep as well. So even when you start getting past, you kind of can recognize where, like, the chamber that you were in was. Like they're small, like bits of it are still carved into the earth around. Where
bits of arms and legs still hanging around in the wall.
They've sort of grown into the rootwork and the branches of the tree. So
how horrifying! Next time somebody comes down this, they're going to see all these bodies like this part of the wood. So we did a fine piece of work here, guys.
Yeah.
Yourself a pat on the back.
We slapped someone, they stay slapped.
It's quite a bit of gore we've created.
Yeah, on our road to being heroes.
Yeah, to proving our worth.
On our bloody red road to heroes.
Bad about murdering some kid cannibals. Come on.
That's true.
It wasn't murdering.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they're cannibals who eat kids, I mean, cannibal kids, I'd still feel bad about.
Yeah.
They weren't like, just saying, please don't hurt us. They were fighting back.
Yeah.
They brought
Then
spiders. I mean, there were spiders involved.
We didn't kill them, but we slept in their beds after they were dead, but we didn't kill them in their beds.
Okay.
I'll split that hair any day. As you're lowering down, beyond that, you can see where the ground opened up underneath that cellar, and it goes down quite a bit, but maybe another 50 feet or so you lower down, and you can start to see that beyond the sinkhole do open up what look like caverns, and these do look like they've been here for a while. This is not fresh earth that was just...
Do these caverns appear to be severely disarrayed?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, I knew I was going to
Are they
take it from
arrayed? How arrayed are they?
Well, you can see a little bit that there are signs of habitation, like not necessarily recent, but you can see that these aren't just a natural cave system, nor are they just a sinkhole that just opened up for you to enter here.
So like a mine or something?
A mine.
They call it a mine. So are we on solid ground now?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's coming. Once everyone else is down, Strog, you're just following down after them? Okay.
So the whole trip was 50 feet?
Well, I would say, like, further down from where, like, because it was, like, what, 10 to 15 feet was where you were underneath the inn, and then another 50 feet after that. So, yeah.
So when you say signs of habitation, I mean there's stuff?
Yeah, it looks almost like there was a civilization here at one point or another. You see fallen statues and ruins of buildings. It looks like you can't tell if this was a subterranean civilization or at one point it was swallowed up by the earth. But you can see like ancient relics that suggest that there was at one point like an actual society here.
Are the statues humanoid?
Humanoid, yeah. Some of them, what's recognizable.
Are they elf, human, dwarf? Certainly I would be able to tell a race.
Cave monster?
Yeah. I mean, you're just seeing bits and pieces enough to indicate a form. So no, you see like a piece of a face that's like 20 feet.
Do any of the
wide.
pieces look like spiders?
No.
Are any of the pieces moving?
No, you don't see any. You see some things moved around, left behind, that might suggest that there has been more modern habitation of this area, that there's some activity like footprints and things like that. But the relics that you see look like they're ancient.
So are there other directions?
Yeah, the cavern keeps going. So far, there's just
one way to go.
This reminds me of playing Final Fantasy. The Super Nintendo ones. You'd have cave music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys have successfully reached the caverns of extreme disarray.
Oh.
Bum bum bum.
And there's big titles come down in the air.
Trademark pending. All right, so how now that you're starting to see what the landscape is like, what do you guys want to do?
I think whoever has the highest, like, what would it be, perception, should go first.
I'm a very perceptive elf.
I just want to make sure we don't walk into anything bad. So,
Do I perceive anything moving, living, anything that do I feel like we're in any danger, or do I feel like comfortable that we're completely isolated in this part of the cavern?
Well, you don't get any immediate signs of anything living nearby, if that's what you're looking for.
Moving?
No.
Okay. All right.
You're examining as you go to look
Yeah,
for threats.
I'm kind of just keeping my ear out, my very sensitive elf ears. And remember, I've also got eyes of the night, which means that I can see perfectly in the dark up to 300 feet.
wow,
And
that's
I
far.
also go ahead and turn around because I don't think Scrog has dark vision. I'm going to go ahead and touch Scrog, and all of a sudden his eyes will perceive. It's in black and white, but he can see very clearly and sharply up to 300 feet as well.
Okay. And you, Elva, go ahead and do a perception check right now. Because you can see as you're entering this fort right now that the path is breaking off into separate directions.
25.
Okay. So not far ahead of you, like about here from where you're standing, you can see it looks like there's an opening in the ground that was just kind of vaguely covered up. In fact, it looks like it was recently disturbed and covered back over.
Does it look like it was deliberately done?
It looks like it's deliberately covered.
Heads on a swivel, folks. There's a trap right up ahead of us. I see it. There's bound to be more. It looks like it was deliberately set. So we've got some unfriendly people here. That's my guess.
Yep, more gore. We should have brought a bag of heads with us just to show.
Yeah, just start collecting ears.
That's pretty dark. It's kind of dark.
Which way did we go?
You haven't gone either way yet.
Oh, she's
pit
just
that
looking.
She
What
noticed
direction?
is right here.
Oh, it's
So
right in front of
you
us.
guys have a
Okay.
choice. At this point, you can see a few feet in either direction. You don't make much out. You just see the trails kind of going on.
So,
Either way.
can we sidestep this dugout place?
Yeah, now that you see it.
Okay.
Do
Well,
I see a difference in light coming from the east or west?
Not from where you're standing right now.
does the air smell less foul in one of them?
Yeah, the air is not that sweet down here, but no, I would say, like I said, something's been living down here, but you're not getting any direct signs of life.
I'm going to go ahead and go about 10 feet to the right.
To the right?
East.
Right. So maybe about this far.
Mhm.
So do another perception check.
10.
Let's see. It looks like there's another fort coming up here.
Oh, this better not be a maze.
Well, it's a dungeon, so at some point far ahead, like you can see how there's something off this way, something off this way. You can't see quite as far in here, but you see that there's another trail.
Do any of you have any, like, paper that you can write on that we could try to sketch a map as we're going?
If you guys want to just assume you're doing that, we can assume that as things are revealed in the encounter map, you guys are keeping track of where you are.
Okay, just want to make sure we don't get lost.
Yeah, I remember the old graph paper days.
I do.
I used to hate that shit. As you guys walk around the pit, you hear a faint voice saying, "Hello? Is someone up there?
It's coming from the pit.
Coming from the pit.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna sneak over there. Not let's sneak. I'm gonna walk over there and
Tiptoe.
I'm gonna do an investigation as well.
Okay. How? In what way are you investigating?
I'm just gonna
look in the pit.
Well, I don't want to disturb it yet. I want to make sure there's no wires or anything that's gonna, if it is a trap. Just trying to figure out if it's a trap.
Okay.
I got
as
a
far
21.
as you can tell, the way that the trapdoor is set up is so that it would fall and let someone in, and then it looks like it reset itself.
And got covered with dirt.
Now that you've seen it, well, it's kind of flush with the rest of the floor. So if you're not looking for it, it's pretty well camouflaged. But now that you know it's there, you can kind of see the seams.
I'm gonna take my rapier out and as carefully as I can, kind of reach out and push down on it a little bit to see if it's if it opens, if it springs.
Yeah, it'll give a little at the pressure.
All right, I'm gonna.
So you can tell from that it wouldn't take much if you were to step on top of it to fall right down in it.
I'm gonna push it down just enough so it opens a little bit. I'm gonna say, "Hello."
All right, and you see it's only a few feet deep, maybe 10 feet-ish or whatever. But down at the bottom of the pit, you can see that someone's down there.
Can I see them?
Yeah.
What do they look like?
Almost like the size of a young boy. He's dressed kind of in humble clothes. It's dark, but still, even in the dark, you can tell that his skin is sort of charcoal gray, and his eyes are very wide. Hold on, I'll give you something.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
him.
Oh.
So it looks
okay.
like that.
that's awesome. Do we recognize what kind of creature he is, Sean?
No, not from here. Like I said, it's you can see that his features are almost I mean, it's only we that can see him right now. But it's mostly humanoid, except that his skin is very gray. His eyes are these wide, pallid orbs, almost like a cave fish. But other than that, he seems like just kind of a scrawny boy.
Is he armed?
No, he's kind of just sitting on the ground, so you can't tell how injured he is or isn't.
I guess, and he's speaking a language we understand. So
Well, he called out, in the language you understood.
So I'm going to push it down a little further and make sure nothing else springs out and kind of lean over and say, "How did you end up in this hole?"
I fell in it.
I look back at Elva. She keeps going,
I don't trust that. Like
I speak to her in Elvish, quietly. It's like, what's wrong?
Well, by this point, I imagine that I have crept up to his side, and I see somebody who looks like an emaciated cavefish just hanging out in the pit.
He's not hanging out. He's stuck there. He's at the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, but it's only 10 feet tall.
The pit is 10 feet deep. So
I'm just thinking, if you threw me in a 10-foot pit, if I could get myself out of there.
I fell in a 10-foot pit yesterday, says Gladstone.
I'm going to speak to her in Elvish again. We can't just leave him here.
Yeah, I agree. I just got a bad feeling about this.
Well, keep your hand on your steel.
Okay, on my icon, my religious
Yes.
icon. Definitely.
I'm speaking to Elvish to the others because Skrog understands Elvish, right?
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to kind of motion my head to them to see if they can just kind of surround the pit, like walk on each, so that it's one person on each side.
Okay.
So
I ready my
guys are
axe.
surrounding the
pit.
In case he comes out and starts swinging.
Like a little zombie or something.
Well, Elva's nervous. She has reason to be.
all right, yeah, trap is still a trap.
I'm going to take the rope that I guess is still... Did we untie the ropes off ourselves?
We assume
Yeah.
that you're carrying your rope.
So I'm going to take my rope and I'm going to say, are you able to pull yourself out if I lower rope to hit to it?
I think so. I don't think I'm injured.
We're going to lower a rope. Please don't do anything that you will regret.
I'll try not to.
So I lower the rope to him. And if he takes it, I'd pull him up.
All right. And he's trying to pull himself up too, but you can tell that it's a bit strained. Like he doesn't seem deeply wounded, but it is painful to him to try to climb up the wall while you're pulling him up.
All right. Are we able to get him out?
Mm-hmm.
Is he armed?
No.
So let's all back
Okay.
away. Let's
Problem solved.
let's back away from that hole for a minute just to be safe. And then we'll talk to him.
All right. What do you say?
Say, what's your name, son?
My name is Phylax.
Do you live in these caves?
Not far from here, but not here. This is not a safe place, obviously.
We are travelers who are completely new to this realm. And we do not know where we are, so anything you can tell us about this place would be most appreciated.
Okay. He points down that way, and he says,
I want to use my spell real quick.
all right.
I'm going to use my...
detect thoughts.
Yeah, I'm going to use my detect thoughts. And because it's supposed to just tell us what's on the surface of his thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well, if you cast it, it'll tell you just what's on his superficially his thoughts. So right on his thoughts are I'm gonna get these guys in my house and eat them. Then you'll hear that. But if you really are interrogating him for specific information and you want something specific and you dig around in there, then they'll know that you're in there looking.
Okay.
So if you're
I just
getting
want
his...
to see, what he's thinking. Or is this a trap or not?
And what was it you asked him? What he could tell you? Is that what?
Yeah.
Well, at the surface level, you can already tell he's saying, these guys are not from around here. What are they doing here? And he says, don't go down there unless you want to meet the rats.
Don't
Which way did he
go which
point?
direction?
And then he runs.
No.
He runs in this direction.
Which way did he point?
This way down here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to run after him and say, wait!
All right. Do you actually want to try to catch him?
Yeah. We mean you no harm.
You're probably faster than him.
Yeah. I'll try to, gently grab him and say, wait, just hold a moment.
I will gently grab you.
Come to thee.
Hang
the next
on.
one won't be gentle.
This one, I feel like this one is going to be the athletics roll at this point.
Okay.
Because
You're going to do something called the grapple.
outrun
So it's going to
him.
be his strength versus your strength once you catch up to him.
Athletics. My athletics is, I got a good roll for a change. 16.
Nice.
Right. So, let's see how far we are. I think we'll just get rid of that. So, you get about as far as here, and you're able to grab hold of him.
Are we getting any more of his surface thoughts?
How long does your spell last, even while you're running around doing stuff?
Let me read about it again.
Well, it's like a second level spell, so you should get just a little bit more. Than these guys are weird.
Well, I don't know if you have to concentrate on it or not.
Duration, concentration, up to 1 minute.
So you are kind of pushing it.
Yeah.
But let's say at least during this point, you do still start to get the sense of he's thinking, "Gotta get away. Can't lead them home."
Oh. So I grab him, but I'm trying to be gentle. I'm like, just wait a moment, please. We helped you. Can you help us?
What do you need? I can't stay down here. It's not safe here. You saw there was traps.
We can avoid the traps. We can help you avoid the traps. What we need is guidance through these caverns. We're on a quest.
What kind of quest down here?
I look back at the others. Do you remember specifically why we're supposed to go through these
What
caverns?
quest are we on?
We're looking for a fortress.
Oh, that's right. We're looking for a fortress.
Any fortresses down here, you
A fortress down here? No.
know? Okay.
What are these caverns
Are
called?
you guys have you guys moved? Is this what's happening down here?
They're just sitting there
Yeah, we're catching
watching
up.
us run.
I'm catching up.
We mean you no harm, child. If we did, we wouldn't have pulled you out of that trap.
Well, everyone who sets a trap pulls someone out of it eventually, don't they? Well, otherwise, why set the trap?
That's not been my experience. No, we did not create this trap. We've only just arrived in these caverns moments ago. Have you seen others like us?
No, you don't seem like the others. But
What others are there? Can you tell me who all lives in these caverns?
This level is run by the Vilsfinians. Not my people.
Why are you down here, son? Why are you in this unsafe place?
I was scouting for supplies. They do keep things here. You can't trust the food they eat, but some of the other things sometimes. Some of the things they take off of the others.
Can you tell us more about these Vilsinians?
They're all throughout the caverns. They weren't always here. It used to be just us. But then they started to come. Long ago. Even before my time. So I guess in my time they have always been here, but our people say they haven't.
Why can't you trust their food?
They don't eat what decent people would eat. Sometimes they eat decent people.
Well,
Mostly.
we've had some experience with those kind of people already.
Well, they'll eat anything. They're not picky, so you can't trust what they would choose to eat. But
Well, I
they're not
assure
good.
you, if you're with us, no one will eat you.
Well,
You could see
Yeah.
we are strong
Stone
warriors.
cold killers.
We're trying to find the low of Ian Farquhar.
I would know. There are stories that speak of it, though. Among my people.
So, would one of your people know?
Do you come from there?
No. We
Why do
come
you
from a
seek it?
different realm altogether.
I've never heard of anyone seeking that place.
We're also trapped. And just like you, we're looking to get out of that hole. We're kind of looking in a weird way to get untrapped ourselves. And the goal, the way for us to do that, is to find the low. So just like we helped you, you could probably help us by finding someone with one of your people that could give us a little bit more information.
Sounds like you're trying to get out of a hole by going deeper in.
Well, that's what we were instructed to do by the quest giver.
The only way is through.
That's kind of the
Yeah.
way we do it, yeah.
Yeah, when you hit bottom, bring out your shovel. All right, so I'm trying to talk to him. That's right. I'm like, okay, Thylax, do you think you can get someone of your people to lead us to this place? We can reward you.
I'm not supposed to take anyone back with me.
Well, do you think you can bring them here?
I don't know. Maybe. It's not safe here. I can't leave you here either.
Well, can you take us as close to your people as you feel comfortable to where we're in a safe place and then go get one of your people?
I'll try to lead you away. That's the best I can do.
Okay, but we really need to speak to one of your people.
You're really being insistent about that.
Tell me about it. Try living with him.
Yeah,
Do I have a charm or something? Don't I have something like that?
not
Hardly.
so far, you
Just
do.
kidding.
No, I'm asking like as like a skill or an action. I mean, how does charm work in D&D here?
Well, you could use your persuasion. That's just a skill that you have. If you look down there, it's towards the bottom of your list. You'll
Yeah, I
see
see it.
persuasion.
I'm
You do
gonna
a
try
persuasion
that.
roll versus his wisdom.
I'm gonna try that, but I'm trying to persuade him that we mean them no harm and that we actually want to help them, and that we will reward them. That's what I'm going to tell him. I'm
Okay.
going to roll my persuasion, and then I'll tell him. All right, I got a 16 plus 5, 21.
All right.
And I'm like, we mean to help you, and we will reward your people.
That's very good.
We will reward your people if you help us.
Just come with me
We may even help you get rid of these bad guys.
and try to be quiet?
Then we all look at Scrog.
What?
All right. So he heads up this way. Are you guys looking to follow him?
Yes, sir.
But also, Alpha, keep your eyes out for traps. I already fell into one hole. It was quite embarrassing.
You didn't fall. I fell in it.
Well,
There's a whole different hole.
I did fall. I just caught myself.
But yeah, even in real life, I generally find holes by falling on them. So.
Doop-a-doop-doo, just walking down the hallway.
Looking for things. Hope it's not a trap. Feels like a trap.
Is there any items that are useful looking or as we're passing through?
Not so far. He's going pretty slowly, looking around. So it's making you a little nervous.
Phylax, I say. Are you worried about traps?
I'm worried about Vilsfinians. They have guards everywhere and sentries posted.
How about one of us takes the lead and you just tell us where to go? You can be like right behind us. That way, if something jumps out, it'll face us first.
Okay.
He's like, yes, I like this idea, yes. All right.
Scrog, get up. That's your management style. You heard the man, Scrog.
Do we want stealth or do we want him up front? What do you guys think?
Do you want stealth or do you want Scrog?
Scrog has very good stealth.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, he's
okay.
a man of I'm the one that has the issues with stealth.
Oh, no, never. All right, never mind. I kind of we nod at Scrog and go, kind of, take point.
Okay.
Gladstone, you get the rear. We'll do all military
Check our
little
six.
hand things.
Oops.
Uh-oh. I see an A. So do we see these guys?
Yes, you see those guys up front. Looks like
Do
three
they-
of them.
Do they see us?
If Scrog has stealth, let's give Scrog to see if he sees them before they see him. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
So I just need to sneak up.
Yeah. How does he check his stealth ability?
Let's see. 10, 12.
Okay. Let me do just a general perception on these guys and see how well they do.
100.
18.
Ooh.
So, yeah, so they saw you.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scrog doesn't care.
I was doing my sneak walk and everything.
That is unfortunate.
All right.
I was
so
trying to avoid bloodshed today.
Yes.
two up front. Like, so there's three of them that you can see. Two of them march out up front. The other one goes around the corner to bark a
Bring
warning.
him down, Legolas.
Well, are they going to automatically attack us, or are they just going to like, hey, hail us and chit chat?
They're not going to chit chat.
Oh,
Vilsfinian encounter.
are you going to tell us what these guys look like?
The Gamorreans are actually pretty representative of the Vilsfinians. They actually
Oh.
look like
They're
pig
lizard
men.
people? Oh,
No,
big men.
they look like boar men.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Initiative time. And I got a B.
15.
What is a B? Is that a 20?
Oh, that's great. That's beyond. So you got a critical hit. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much
Oh, okay,
with,
so that is
with
20.
this.
Nice. That is
Yeah.
nice.
So you got 24, right?
Yeah.
I got 15.
Are you going to roll for Gladstone, Megan? I
I
guess I
will.
don't even have access to Gladstone.
Elva got a 13. And Gladstone is getting a critical. Wait, that's all out of 20s right there, guys. Gladstone got 24.
Yikes, me and Gladstone kicking ass. Does Phylax need to have an initiative?
Phylax is going to stay in the back.
Okay.
He is not going to participate. Mr. A and Mr. B are coming at you guys. Phylax has already moved to the back.
Okay, good.
So
That was what I was going to do, is tell him to get behind us.
Yeah, no need.
So who's going first between we and Gladstone?
Gladstone can go. It's fine.
Gladstone is going to move right in front of you and be shoulder to shoulder with, but you can move afterwards.
Okay.
In fact, I'll move him back at the end of this. He's going to move a few feet up so that he's shoulder to shoulder with Scrog, and then he's going to cast Thunder Wave forward.
That's what I was going to do too. That's cool.
Double thunder.
Double thunder. There's another one of our awesome tracks. Double thunder.
And each of the creatures needs to beat a Constitution save of 12.
So number A makes the save. Number B does not make the save. And I think number C is going to be in your path still. Because he started running up to warn the others, but I think he's still in range.
Okay, perfect.
And he misses a save. So he made the save. The two of them missed the save.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and roll 2d8 thunder damage. Let's see what that's going to be. That is
thunder damage. Now, see, that's the song.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
You got it.
So the ones that failed are going to take 8 points of damage, and the one that succeeded is going to take 4 points of damage. And the two that failed will also be thrown back an additional 10 feet. And then by the end of his turn, he's going to turn around, high five Wee, and step behind him.
All right. So B and C were both blasted to the wall and are down.
Oh my goodness.
In that case, I might well save my spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might fisticuff these both. And next comes who?
Wee.
Yeah, Wee was right up there with Gladstone.
Right.
I forgot you didn't do
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pull my rapier and go, Wyzyrd Skyzyrd! And go straight for the heart. I get a 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Gonna hit.
And I'm just going to do a whopping 4 of piercing damage. That is pitiful.
Pitiful though it may be, he is down.
Wow.
Dang. Like Bodo.
These guys are weak sauce.
We say that until we run into another one of those. What was it?
Yeah.
A bandit captain?
Oh, God forbid.
Yeah, you find anybody who has more than 10 hit points, you guys, this guy's unkillable!
Well, it took an hour to kill that dude.
It changes the stakes completely. What happened?
We stabbed him like 38 times.
All right, so let's see. That was we. B and C are down. So this guy is just going to be running.
Well, the C guy got knocked out, though, right? Yeah, oh, but they heard us, I guess.
Those guys are down. Yeah, C warned the others.
Oh, okay.
So the rest are coming out. It's Grog's move, so you guys are going to get at least one attack on them before they do anything. F just enters the combat area. That's all he can do right now.
Do I have to move a distance or something?
If you want melee.
Well, I run up to him then. And raise my axe mightily above my head.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Are you raging?
No. 14.
Oh,
I'm barely excited.
Well, I don't want to waste it because these
For
guys
these
seem
guys,
they seem pretty, yeah.
Yeah,
Weak
that's
sauce.
a hit.
like... All right. 8. That was very powerful.
That's a solid hit.
Against these
Oh, yeah, I
guys,
guess that's
too.
5 out of... yeah, that's right. It's
Man.
it's in the middle.
Skyzyrd drops nothing but hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so he's down.
Technically, you guys like
Yeah.
bouncer, though. So
You're
not
talking
really...
these Philistinians like they were some shit. All right, Elva, it's your move. There's no visible opponents right now.
No problem. I'm going to move 30 feet forward. Hopefully that will be like right about between dead guys E and C.
All right, so that gives you line of sight into the chamber.
Oh, number
where
one's
the
going to be the bad guy.
are. And since F came through here, that door is open, so you can see those guys. They are getting ready to fight.
So have we taken down everyone we've seen so far?
So far, yeah. Except
Yikes.
for Phylax.
Well, of course not Phylax. I'm just saying in this room, like all the bad guys we've seen, none of them are up.
All right, I am going to cast a spell called Spiritual Weapon. I'm going to wave my hands around, and it's going to look like a little orb of a crescent moon is going to appear right next to the neck of D. And I am going to roll to see if that little sphere spins around and cuts him. Now, I'm using my bonus action to do this, and I got a 13.
All right. Well,
does that hit him?
That's a hit against his armor class, yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to roll for damage on him.
On D. All right.
And that's a 10 to hit. I mean, a 10 damage.
10 damage.
It's not bad, not bad.
And then I think with my actual action, I can go ahead and use my cantrip, Toll the Dead, on, let's see who is still up, on E. And E has to beat a wisdom roll of 14.
All right. E?
Yeah. I can see their head there, right?
Of 14. E misses that.
Okay. And then I will go ahead and roll 3 points of damage on E.
All right. To E's credit, he's still up.
Okay.
He's only the second one of these Vilspinians to be left standing after a single attack.
Right.
And the first one was wiped out after the first attack.
Starting to wonder if Phylax's people are pretty weak.
Is that a barrel that's right next to Elva?
Yeah, they were using it for cover for all the good it did.
Okay. If Elva has enough movement left, she's going to crouch down behind that barrel and take half cover.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Who is left on the magical initiative scale? Number G. So number G is going to come out.
G is not a number. So
It's a magic number.
even in hex,
G
that's
is
not
a
a number.
magic number because with magic anything is possible. All right. Let's see what these guys have for some sling. What? All right, fine. He's going to attack you with his sling.
Well, slings, man, that's what killed
Hey, he could
Goliath,
crit.
right?
He could crit for like maybe 5 damage.
So we'll find out. He does not do that. So you are safe from number G's attack. Number H also rushes into the mighty fray. And I guess he'll also do a sling attack. And also miss. Thanks. You're retired. Next die. The main man obviously sees that he's going to have to defend himself.
Step up.
So he's going to march through as well. Let's see if the main man has got a little bit more.
And he has 1,000 hit points.
He is going to throw a spear.
Spears are weird weapons because once you throw it, you're kind of screwed, right?
You'll get it after that. I don't think that's going to be a hit either.
Yeah, you pull it out of them and then move on
Well,
to the
yeah,
next person.
if you can. I'm just saying, in a crowded battle.
All right, yeah. Well, that turned out to be a bad idea, so you were right on that one. So he missed. Number E
I mean, if it's a
is
one-on-one, maybe, but
still alive. So
Well,
what
one-on-one's worse, probably. The battle, you grab somebody else's. What?
Huh.
You have a sword and knives, too.
oh, I guess if you have other weapons.
All right. What's your AC, Elva?
Elva's AC is, let me make sure that it's calculating my shield here. Her armor is 19.
Whatever.
Plus, I think they have disadvantage if...
This guy needs these guys all need like a nat 20 to hit you.
Okay.
Because if you're like, my natural armor class is 19 and I'm hiding behind a barrel. Like, forget it then. Goddamn.
She's unhittable. I'm telling you.
Okay. So that makes it Gladstone and we again.
Gladstone is going to run forward along the wall right there. Yeah. And he is going to be able to see who's closing in on Elva, which would be E. And he is going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. That guy's got to beat a wisdom of 12.
All right. Number E. He makes a 1, so no.
So what happens to him is that he thinks everything that's happening is really, really funny, and he falls into a fit of laughter. He is going to fall prone.
That's horrible.
He falls prone. He's incapacitated. He's unable to stand up. And at the end of his next term, and each time he takes damage, so we can damage this guy. It's not like sleep where you'll wake him up. We can keep shooting him or hitting him. He has to make another wisdom saving throw in order to get back up and beat that wisdom of 12.
All right, so he is now down. So that makes it your turn, Wee.
All right. Wee is going to go over next to Elva and cast Thunder Wave.
Thunder Wave.
Where is my sheet? Thunder Wave. Casts, action spells.
Oh, and they are all clumped up for you.
I'm going to yell, Thunder!
Yeah, that's the way to do it. What is the cast? Constitution 13?
13. 13 on mine.
And that's going to be HG and numero uno. E. Misses. H. Makes it. G.
So he gets half damage, right?
Misses. Yeah. And
Number 1's who I'm concerned about.
number 1 makes it. All right, so let's go back up.
Oh, that's annoying.
All
Still
right.
get half, I guess. Damage is a whopping
So E goes
9.
and H. Did I say H didn't make it and G did? Was that what I said?
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't much matter, but they're the same right now. But okay.
So the guys that made it,
So the guys
Yeah.
that made it take what?
half of 9.
5.
5. All right, so 1 and G take 5, E and H take 9. And H you down. E is also down. You knocked E out on his ass. G is also down. So that was no good. It's like Scrog's turn now. Yeah. You cleared the field of combatants.
There's just a one person left.
There's the
So
leader.
I run up on him.
Scrog, count the dead!
Raise my axe.
He only knows one axe move.
14.
Oh,
Good. Well, practice makes perfect, man.
Yeah.
I support you.
That's the only one I'm trying to be. I think they're about to die. 14.
Nope, that's a miss.
oh.
Disappointment.
Damn, chieftain.
And it is Elva's go.
The first thing she's going to do is that little spinning moon is going to move over to the chieftain.
Spinning
And-
moon.
Yeah, that spiritual weapon that I
How many rounds does that last?
1 full minute, I think.
This thing lasts for 10 rounds?
It will last the whole battle. Yeah.
At this rate, it will.
So she's going to try and hurt him, and she gets 18 to hit,
All right, that will hit.
and then
Nice.
she is going to roll her damage, and it's going to be 12 damage. That's her
Good.
bonus action. And then for her actual action, she is going to cast Toll the Dead, which means he has to beat a wisdom of 14.
He misses. These guys suck.
And that's 7 more damage.
All right. He gets his action, which is going to be to attack Scrog, because Scrog is right there in his face.
Aw.
Aw. Makes me feel special.
I missed you, man.
Okay, so he's got a hit.
A hit.
9 points of damage.
Ooh.
And there are no other combatants left, so hold on just a moment.
It's just us and the leader right now?
Well, since you asked.
Way to go, asking.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Like 500 more run into the room. Like, what? That's classic, like, old school Nintendo stuff. You kill the boss, like, yay, and then all of a sudden, he turns into some big
Next
thing. Like,
phase.
what? Come on.
All right. The new round has begun. You see Phylex is kind of closing the distance with you guys. He's still trying to stay out of the fray, but he's a little nervous.
Now, why is he closing the distance?
Well, you can stop and ask him if you want.
But what are you doing, man?
What are you doing, dude? Look, take a minute, look around.
We're in the middle of a job here.
There are many more than these.
So Gladstones go.
Gladstone is going to put his hands up and he's going to go, I think you should read the room. Do you want to, like, heal? Calm yourself. We don't even know why you attacked us. Just surrender. Let's talk this out.
And Gladstone be like, bro, come on, man.
Come on.
Come on, man.
How about a dance off?
Give peace a chance, man.
Let's just sit down and have a drink together, you know?
Saying. People say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
Does he get a read on the other guy? Does the other guy look like he's going to, like, settle down or anything?
He doesn't speak, but he doesn't look that amenable.
Gladstone is going to hold his action. He's not going to move until he sees what the leader does next. If the leader surrenders, he'll let the action go, but if the leader doesn't surrender, he's going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on him.
Well, are you waiting for the rest? Because the leader's action's not till much later on in the round.
Right. I'm just going to hold my action.
All right.
I'm going to side-eye Gladstone a little bit, and then I'm going to attack him with my rapier. Not Gladstone, the other dude.
Come on, man.
To clarify.
Ow.
And I got a boom, 15 to hit.
Let's have a look. Does not hit.
Yikes.
That's you.
I was just joking.
All right, Scrog, it's your turn.
All right. I'm not going to raise it above my head. I'm just going to try to hit him. I can't. Now I'm just like,
we're gonna abandon the pageantry.
Yeah.
Gladstone's going to be like, do you need a lighter axe, man?
24. Yes.
That is a hit.
All right. Let's see the damage. Ooh, 11 plus 14.
Ooh,
All right.
Nice.
solid.
A very palpable hit.
Also solid hit.
And it does absolutely nothing to him.
Well, he's still standing. So he's going to attack. Scrog this time, just because. All right. And he misses, so this is how he's going to go. So, yes, you have your opportunity, Gladstone, to take your action.
He's going to mock him. He's going to viciously mock him and told him, you should have surrendered.
I just realized you moved in, not Gladstone. All right. Viscous monkeys! So it's against a wisdom of 12.
Yeah, he's going to roll against a wisdom of 12.
He does not make that.
Okay. All right. Then Gladstone is going to do 2 damage.
Eat that!
Save some for the rest of us, Gladstone.
Yeah. All right.
That sounds like I'm doing vicious mockery on Gladstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ow. Like, all right. So it's your turn now. Well, actually, it's Gladstone's turn again. He saved his action last time, so he's at the top of the next.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You're right. There's not a whole lot that he has left
He's
available.
got swords.
That's not true. Gladstone is going to suggest to this person, and he's going to cast Suggestion, which is a spell that he has. He is going to suggest a course of activity saying, surrender, and we can talk. And the creature is going to have to be a wisdom of 12.
Could have done that at the very beginning.
Could have, but I had a thunder wave.
Yeah, these guys attacked us.
Yeah.
So wisdom of 12.
They're
Yeah.
trying to make us feel bad about things. This guy straight up attacked us first off.
He misses that because all of my dice suck tonight.
Okay, so what does he do? Does he just throw down his weapons?
Well, if that's, I mean, if he fails the wisdom, he just has to do.
He
has to comply.
surrenders. Yeah, he has to comply. I mean, if I told him to jump off a cliff and kill himself, he wouldn't do that. But, you know, if you think that it's fair that we could convince him using this spell suggestion to surrender, he definitely would do that since he failed his roll.
Make him do something weird.
Now, if we want to go ahead and just say that he's disarmed and kill him, that's fine. He will likely try to defend himself at some point, but he's disarmed at this point.
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I'm going to tie him up
All right.
All right.
if he's surrendered and allows us to do that. So he's tied up.
Yep.
I'm going to talk to him. Why did you attack us?
Seriously?
Ouija did not like that sound.
That's like the worst sound in the world. I hate sound of pigs. Like,
You see
it's
her
like
retreating behind me. She was
so
sitting
disturbing for some reason.
Look at her. Oh.
So, yeah, none of us have the ability to understand other languages or anything, do we? Is there a spell for that?
I know giant or whatever the heck it is, but I don't think.
Well, you've got detect thoughts. I mean,
Yeah.
but I think they have to understand. I think you just detect their
Yeah, I
alien
don't
thoughts.
think-
I don't know. Can the kid in the hall? Can he understand what they're saying?
Yeah.
They don't speak. They don't think like we do. I don't want to say they're beast-like, but
Yeah, you kind of just did. Sort of those. I don't want to say this, but yeah, you
No
kind of did
offense.
want to say that.
I'm not calling her ugly, but I'm just saying.
All right, then. You know what I have to do now. Search the room.
The room beyond seems to be this chieftain's main chamber, which is where they were holed up to defend him. He has with him, he has a key.
Ooh.
I will be yoinking that for sure.
Also wears a large gem on a great golden chain.
Yoink! You know, that's pretty hip hop sounding. Might need to wear that. Big gold chain with a jewel on
That's
it.
some baller ass shit.
Yeah.
Alright, hidden behind a tapestry, you find a small box with 50 gold pieces.
Ooh.
You guys, I'll just carry this gold, so you know,
Don't worry
not to
about it.
encumber anyone else. If that's you know.
Each of the warriors that you killed other than that has, let's see, 3 gold pieces apiece.
You guys can have these.
And in the chest where you found the gold, you also find a leather-bound book.
Oh. Can we detect if it's magical or anything?
Can you?
I don't know.
He doesn't know how to read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I can't read.
It's some arcane symbols of mystery.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, in all fairness, we haven't been able
just
to read
words.
anything in this world yet.
Does it have anything written on the front?
no. It's nice leather, but there's no writing on the front or the spine.
Is there writing on the inside?
You cannot open it because it has a little diary lock on it.
The key.
I will use the key.
The key that you found is like a big. It looks like a key to a normal
Oh.
door.
All right, I will pick this lock, and I rolled 9.
Does not open.
Anybody else know how to pick locks? Gladstone, Shirley.
Why, surely. Oh, pick locks.
Well, you're a bard. You know,
Yeah.
picked up some weird skills.
But I'm a free and open spirit.
I'm going to pray quietly to my goddess for a moment, and I am going to go ahead and touch Wee on one of his Wee arms, and I'm going to cast guidance. And this time you can try it again, but you can also add an additional 1d4 to your roll.
Oh, okay. So I'll roll this
Sleight of hand, and then a 1d4.
This time I got an 18. And I got a 2, so that's 20 total.
Oh.
It still doesn't open.
Ooh.
Wow.
Well, I suppose we'll hang on to this and try again later. I want to investigate. I want to use investigation in the room. Make sure there's no keys that we're overlooking. And I got a 19.
No, you do a pretty good search, but you had already found that what the chest that he was hiding was the big treasure, and you already found it. So you don't find any more hidey holes other than that.
Nothing on their bodies other than that gold.
Vilex is looking more and more distressed, though, and you can actually kind of hear the far-off sounds of footsteps. He's like, the others are coming.
Well, let me ask you, Phylax, you were leading us. Why did you lead us to this dead end full of bad guys?
He goes up to the wall here and makes a couple of moves that you don't quite see, and part of the wall opens up.
Oh, okay.
He's like, hurry!
All right, you don't have to tell us twice.
Passage.
Even though, frankly, none of us took any damage, I don't think, in that one. Really?
Oh, yeah, Scrog, I think got hit.
Scrog took a little bit of damage, but... To be fair, there are a lot more Vilsfinians behind you, but
okay.
you are kind of routing them. Also, be fair, D&D Beyond keeps telling me that every encounter I create for you guys is deadly, and then you guys mop the floor with the... so I'm not that worried about giving you guys too much to face, but in this sense, like, Phylax really wants to go, and you might as well follow him.
Yeah, I don't see any profit in just continuing to fight.
Let's do it.
So we leave the dude there?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, unless you want to kill him.
No.
That would be cold, man. He's tied up.
Coup de grace.
Can we leave a note on him? They don't read, I guess. Do like that Santa Claus, like in the Die Hard or whatever. Now I have a spear.
Now I have your diary. Ho, ho, ho.
Just like, oink, oink, motherfuckers.
You can read all your secrets.
Something
like,
badass like that.
It's like, geez, man.
Can we frame him? Can we make it look like he did it?
What?
But then he's tied up. That wouldn't make any sense.
That would be impressive.
I like, given how much thought you put into planning the scene, I want to see you guys frame the scene of the crime.
I'm just spitballing.
Look, like, I think we should just leave. So that was this one. If it makes you guys feel better or worse, you avoided the encounter with the giant rats.
Oh, where was that?
Well, he told us not to go in a certain direction because of rats.
Yeah, that's right.
And it is
We
true
go
that
back there? That sounds
you just
fun.
want to kill a bunch of rats, but they actually didn't have anything. So
Forget
it
it.
would have burned some time, but it was fine. That they were like, oh well, no.
It'd been kind of weird if rats were carrying stuff. They had like little pockets.
I think the lead rat did have something, but it's like old school D&D has weird rules. It's like I just kill a family of these random things, and then they all just have gold and silver on them.
Yeah. So they had the same kind of gold pieces that we got above in the tavern?
Well, some of them are. Like, if you remember what Phylax said, some of what the Vilsfinians have are pilfered off of their own victims. But it's a mix. Some of them you recognize and some of them you don't.
Dance, disarray. Now the cavern lights are low, in the shadows deep below. Party in the chaos caves, while the neon tunnel raves. Dance, disarray. Dance until you drop. Dance, disarray. Dance and never stop. Falling in the party pit, never to be free of it. Searching for a
Dance, dance, disarray. Dance until you drop. Dance, dance, disarray. Dance and never stop.